Ladies and gentlemen, it's back. Baseball is finally back, baby. RW3 with a video for the channel at RW3 on Twitter. Roy White is my name. Thank you so much for joining us. And we finally have wonderful news, okay? I can't believe it's actually coming from a league that everybody felt like couldn't get their act together. But baseball has finally decided, according to the MLB Players Association, who tweeted last night that they were in agreement with MLB's new terms of a 60-game season. Now, I am so excited about this news that I feel like a kid again, okay? And for that reason, I'm broadcasting from the Summer Camp Blanco treehouse, okay? AKA my parents' home, in which they also built a treehouse in the backyard for all my nieces and nephews, okay? I'm feeling like a kid though, all right? I'm about to have a cookie, okay? I'm gonna scarf this cookie down, okay? I'm gonna make some pizza, okay? I'm gonna put the pizza in the oven just like a kid would. Oh, there's already some pizza in there, some mushroom pizza. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do all the things that a kid would love to do because baseball is finally coming back, okay? Look, 60 games isn't 162, I get that. But for all the people that complain that 162 games is far too many anyway, you finally got your wish. 60 games is actually perfect, especially with the new rules that are going to be in place. Now, the things you need to know about, I guess, the nuts and bolts as this thing goes forward. First and foremost, the National League and the American League will, for the first time ever, instigate the designated hitter. This is awesome news for National League fans. For most teams in the American League, they're probably going to find that teams in the National League get quite a bit tougher. Some other news to report, because we also have dates. Opening day set for tentatively July 23rd or July 24th. That's what they're hoping for. They're going to get Spring Training 2.0 going starting next week is the hope. July 1st. And I continue to say is the hope because, let's face it, the looming nasty albatross that's flying over this thing and ready to take a crap on it at any time. COVID-19, all right? We know what's happening. Teams are actually going back to their home cities to prepare for spring training after an uptick in COVID in both Arizona and Florida. But either way, if they follow the guidelines that they have in place that MLB and MLBPA have agreed to, and again, it's worth noting they had a 67-page agreement in place with the first discussions of how this would go. Procedures like not being able to spit in the dugout, no high fives, no chest bumps, no hugs, those types of provisions were in the original agreement that they ultimately did not come to. So will they come to something similar to that? Or will they come to something that allows them to maybe do some of those things? We'll find out soon enough. Do I believe that a baseball season is going to get going? I think we're going to get started. I don't know how far we will get from that. And, you know, to get into that, I guess it's worth noting some of the nuts and bolts, like I said, of what's taken place with those rosters. So I mentioned the designated hitter for the National League and American League. Extra inning games will now feature a runner starting at second base for every inning. The designated runner that will do that is the final out from the previous inning. So that's a new wrinkle with extra inning games that I think will be a lot more fun. And let's face it, most fans can familiarize themselves with if they play weekend softball at any time. Also, for teams that are perhaps worried about an infection ravaging an entire locker room, rosters will start at 30 men for the first 2 weeks, then go to 28 for the next 2 weeks, and stay at 26 for the remainder of the season. Season is going to be about 8 weeks long, just over 8 weeks when they fit in the 60 games into a 67-game day span. And then we'll have a 10-game playoff. It'll be the exact same format that we would have had coming into this playoff season, coming into this season rather. 3 division winners, 2 wild cards. And that makes things pretty exciting for me. 60 games of regular season baseball, what I believe will likely be high intensity baseball, because let's face it, a 5-game losing streak or winning streak at this point now is the equivalent of a 16-game winning streak in a 162-game season. You understand what I'm saying? 16 games in a row in 162 is the same percentage as 6 games in a row out of 60. So if your team can get hot early on, you're a Texas Rangers fan, if you like me, like a National League team as well in the New York Mets, if your team can get hot for just a little bit, you might have a real chance at winning this thing. And don't think for a second that the team that winds up hosting the World Series trophy, if we get to that point, don't think for a second that that team is going to be willing to give it away and let people try to downplay it because it was won in a delayed year or a shortened year because of COVID-19. So, ladies and gentlemen, live from Summer Camp Blanco here at the Treehouse. RW3, thanks for checking out the video. At some point, maybe I'll go through all of the Summer Camp Blanco activities. But for now, I'm going to take the zip line out of here, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace!